We had lived in that house for almost 8 years, and we thought we knew every inch of it, but we were wrong. The day we found the hidden room was the day everything changed. It started during a simple renovation. My dad wanted to tear down a wall to expand the living room. When his hammer cracked through the drywall, we expected to see studs and insulation. Instead, there was empty space, a hollow room that shouldn't exist. Curiosity took over. We kept tearing down the wall until we saw it clearly, a small wooden door with a rusty iron latch. Dust coated everything. No one had opened it for years, maybe decades. My mom wanted to seal it up immediately. She had a bad feeling. But my dad, he wanted to open it. And me, I just stood there, unsure what to think. Dad finally worked the latch free. The heavy door creaked open, and a smell of old wood and mildew rushed out to meet us. We stepped inside with a flashlight, our beams cutting through the darkness. The room was tiny, with no windows, just shelves lining the walls from floor to ceiling. But that's not what caught our attention. On the shelves were dozens and dozens of old, leather-bound notebooks. And sitting in the center of the dusty floor was a single wooden box. We picked up one of the notebooks. The handwriting inside was neat but looked frantic. Page after page was filled with dates, strange symbols, and cryptic messages like, "Don't let them find it," and "It's still moving." My mom freaked out and demanded we stop, but Dad just kept reading, completely fascinated. Then, all our attention shifted to the wooden box. It was sealed shut with old rope and wax. Dad hesitated for a moment, then he broke the seal and lifted the lid. Inside was an old toy music box, rusted and covered in dust. He gave it a wind. Nothing happened. He wound it again. Still silence. We finally decided to leave the room, and that's when it started playing. The music was faint, slow, and eerily off-key. We stared at each other, frozen. The music box wasn't supposed to work, not after all those years. And yet, it played on, seeming to grow louder with each note. Then, the notebooks began to shift on the shelves. One of them fell, landing open on the floor. The message on that page said only one thing: you shouldn't have opened it. We shut the room and sealed the wall that same day. My dad never spoke of it again. The music box stopped after a few hours. But sometimes, late at night, we swear we can still hear something moving behind that wall. We still don't know who built that room, or what they were trying so desperately to hide. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more.